think I'll change my middle name to Boom Boom. What do you think about that? Boom Boom Glidden. Dr. Peter Boom Boom. Out go the lights, Glidden. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the second hour of Fire Your MD Now. Words that are like music to my ears. Let's go to Pennsylvania and see what Dora is up to. Hey, Dora. Thanks for waiting. Thanks
Hi,
for
Dr.
the phone
Glidden.
call.
How are you?
Good. How can I help?
I have a question about coffee enemas.
Oh, good. One of my favorite subjects. Yeah, go ahead.
Is it good? I had read in the Gershon method that the glutathione,
Yeah.
or glutathione, something like that,
Yeah.
increases by 700%. What's your take on that?
Well, I've had, I go on experience and common sense and science, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then also there's a little bit of intuition rolled up in there as well. Quite frankly, quite a bit of intuition rolled up in there. I've had 1, 2, 3, 4 remarkable healings in my life, 2 of which were with colonics and enemas and cleansing and fasting. So I can tell you personally that cleansing the large intestine, both internally and externally, internally with a fast and with taking herbs and high fiber supplements, and externally with enemas and colonics, is an extremely beneficial, important thing to do. And in a perfect world, everybody would do a 7-day cleanse with colonics once a year. And it would just be mandatory. It would be part of your deal. They'd let you off for work for 7 days to do it. They would, because if they did that, people wouldn't get sick as much. Their employees would have better health, and it would be a really good investment for employers to do. But we're a backwards race of individuals right now, and nobody has a clue about this. So, glutathione is the body's own natural antioxidant. Glutathione, it's like the fire department of the body. It puts out inflammation. The immune system is like the police department of the body, and the immune system kills things and locks things up. The antioxidants of the body, glutathione specifically, is the fire department of the body, and it goes around putting out the fires of inflammation. Now, when glutathione acts on a free radical, free radicals cause oxidative damage. Most free radicals in the human body are oxygen atoms that have lost an electron. They've lost an electron in their outermost shell. An oxygen atom that's lost an electron is called a free radical. It's called actually an oxygen radical. Some biochemist years ago coined the term free radical, and it stuck, pun intended, because free radicals stick to whatever they can, because if an oxygen atom has lost an electron, it'll stick to anything. It's like those little burrs in the woods. They'll just stick to anything, man. When you get enough oxygen atoms sticking to something, whatever that something is becomes oxidized. How about that? It's pretty simple and pretty straightforward.
Yeah.
So when something becomes oxidized, it becomes destroyed, right? Iron turns to rust. That's oxidative damage. Mountains turn to dust. That's oxidative damage. Wine turns to vinegar. That's oxidative damage. Fruit spoils. Food spoils. The human body gets old, withers, and dies. It's all oxidative damage. Oxidative damage is one of the engines of death and destruction and tissue deterioration. So there's oxidative damage happening in the body all of the time. This is why we counsel people to eliminate the 10 bad foods. One of the reasons, because the 10 bad foods are loaded with free radicals, and the less of those you import into the body, the less oxidative damage there's going to be. But you could, have the cleanest, best diet in the world, be taking all of your longevity supplements appropriate for your body weight, and just walking down the street, if you breathe in cigarette smoke or automobile exhaust or pollution from a coal plant in China, whatever, there's going to be free radicals in your body. You can't get away from free radicals unless you live in a bubble. Now, the body knows that free radicals are everywhere all the time, and so the body has developed its own fire department. Glutathione is the molecule that the body uses to eliminate free radicals. Now, when glutathione sticks to a free radical and neutralizes the free radical, glutathione becomes destroyed in the process. So the body has to make more glutathione. Well, when there is selenium in the blood, glutathione latches onto a free radical, it neutralizes it, but then the selenium sticks to it and recycles the glutathione.
How awesome is that?
It's supremely awesome, which is why selenium is such an excellent anti-cancer mineral, right? I mean, if you take selenium every day, just 200 micrograms, which is nothing. 200 micrograms, nothing. 200 micrograms of selenium in your body every day reduce the occurrence of prostate cancer by 82%. I mean, breast cancer by 82%. And that's remarkable. Well, how does it do that? Well, it recycles glutathione. And why is that important? Well, because one of the main causes of cancer is free radical oxidative damage to the DNA of your cells. Free radicals will stick to anything. And if free radicals stick to the DNA in your cells, the DNA becomes destroyed. And when the DNA becomes destroyed, the cell can't stop making copies of itself.
It replicates damage.
Yeah, so that's how you get tumor formation. So this is why selenium is such an effective and necessary mandatory nutritional supplement, because it recycles glutathione. Now, a coffee enema will increase the levels of glutathione in your blood, but only for a small moment in time, right? So, unless you're going to do a coffee enema every day, then it's not that good of a therapeutic boost to just have increased levels of glutathione for a couple of hours. You follow that logic, right?
I do.
All right, but,
because coffee enemas have become my new best friend, really. Because it also helps. It also helps to eliminate pain, because it's taking down the inflammation, because it's latching onto those free radicals, like you were just saying, and plus, if you're taking the selenium, wow, you're double teaming it. So you're double teaming it, and this is why we get such remarkable results, and this is why, by the way, you've really hit the nail on the head here, Dor. You've really hit the nail on the head. This is why Dr. Wallach sued the Food and Drug Administration to get a qualified health claim on selenium. Now, think long and hard about this, young Jedi, and become very, very angry. We had to sue the Food and Drug Administration. Dr. Wallach had to bring truckloads of published research about the benefits of selenium to the Food and Drug Administration and dump it on the floor of the courthouse, pay $1 million in legal fees, so that the Food and Drug Administration would allow longevity to say selenium supplementation reduces the occurrence of breast cancer by 82%. Now, number one, you really got to love Dr. Wallach just for doing that, because who's got your back? Dr. Wallach's got your back. Who else would do this? It costs Wallach $1 million. Out of his own pocket. Who else would do that? Your MD's not going to do that. They should have done that. And, this happened, the qualified health claim was like 20 years ago. And what research has been done on the benefits of selenium for cancer? None in conventional medicine, because there's no profit motive in it. Right. So, and to me, the person that would do that is somebody who's dead on sure of what the results are. And
absolutely positive, because only a fool would throw $1 million away.
Exactly.
Yeah. So, but the point is, the Food and Drug Administration is not there to protect humanity. The Food and Drug Administration is there to protect the pharmaceutical industry, period. They're there to protect the pharmaceutical industry, because we had to sue them so that we can say in the public square, without being thrown in jail, that selenium supplementation reduces the occurrence of cancer. And that is insane. Number one. Number two, it's a testament to Dr. Wallach's knowledge. And number three, it's a real testament to Dr. Wallach's morality and integrity, which is a nice little segue into what I opened with today on the show. you can tell somebody by their actions, not by what they say, but what they do. And what did Dr. Wallach do? Well, years ago, before longevity was even a blip on the map, he took the Food and Drug Administration to court, spent $1 million on a gamble out of his own pocket so that we can legally say, hey, everybody, start taking selenium, because if you do, you're going to radically increase the health of your body, dramatically. And that's Dr. Wallach driving the bus, for goodness sake, and that's why I love longevity, because longevity has Dr. Wallach, and, like attracts like. So longevity tends to attract to it people who have integrity, people who have a cause, people who are passionate, people who want to stand up and say, look, come on now, let's pick our heads up out of the sand and let's lift each other up. This is one of the strengths of longevity. It is the communal effort, not the communal effort, the community effort of like-minded progressive individuals who don't care about what the man says, what conventional wisdom is. It's a wonderful company. It's a wonderful organization, and, thank God for Dr. Wallach. That's all I can say.
Daily.
Now, let's not overlook the obvious so coffee enemas will increase your glutathione, but only for a moment in time. But what they will do is they'll help to clean out the terminal end of the colon. It's called the sigmoid flexure. And, underneath your sink, there's a little trap. It looks like an S. It's got a curve in it, and that's where all of the stuff gets clogged, right? All of the crap in your drain gets clogged in that little trap under the sink. And, well, it's the same in your digestive tract. There's a little S-curve at the terminal end of the digestive tract, and that's what the enemas clean out. Now, that's an excellent thing to do once a month. If you want to give yourself a lift, do an enema once a month. Throw some coffee in it. Why not? Increase your glutathione into the bargain. Just don't do it after 8 o'clock at night, or you might not get a good night's sleep. Thanks, Dora. We're up against the hard break. I appreciate you. Keep up the good work down there in Pennsylvania. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Dr. Peter Glidden. Stick around. We're coming back. Welcome back, everybody. Listen, you don't know what you don't know. And when it comes to health and everything having to do with health, most of the really important information is so far outside of your frame of reference, you didn't even know you didn't know that. And that's the strength that I bring to the table. I'm going to ring my own bell here. This is my strength. I'm able to take, thank God, complicated scientific medical information and make it easy to understand, because, honestly, it's easy to understand. It's not because I have, some giant brain. It's because it's easy to understand. It just is. Medical doctors, just like lawyers, right? They speak in this language that once you understand how to decode what they're saying, it's easy. And really, if they said what they, you read a medical, if you ever want to just completely waste your time, go online and read the excerpt from, a medical research paper. Just read the research paper through and through. The language that they use is very complex and confusing. And it's like, what the heck are they? You have to be in the same club to understand the language. It's like learning French or Spanish. It's a completely different thing. But once you learn it, it's amazing, and it's like the research scientists will take 2 paragraphs to say what they could have said in normal English in 2 sentences. And once you have the decoder ring and you understand what it is exactly that you're saying, you end up laughing. Because they confabulate all this stuff to make them sound so intellectually superior and all this stuff, and really what they're saying is, the experiment with vitamin C increased the immune response. Huh. It took them 10 pages to say that, or whatever. It's nonsense, ladies and gentlemen. Fire your medical doctor now. Become a subscriber. Become a Dr. Glidden Insider. Sign up to my online health recovery subscription service. You'll have access to hundreds of hours of archived health information. If you love the radio show, you're going to really love that. And we also have 4 hours of live chat, one of which is going to be tonight, 8 o'clock Central Time for Dr. Glidden Insiders Only. Tonight at 8 o'clock Central for Dr. Glidden Insiders Only, live chat from 8 to 9 Central Time. Let's go up to Canada now and talk to the fair Colleen to see what's going on in Canada. Oh, Colleen, what's an Irish lass doing in Canada?
You'll have to ask me, Mom.
Faith and Vigor, Colleen, how can I help?
Well, Dr. Glidden, I want to place a longevity order, but I want to make sure that my husband and I are getting the right products for our health needs.
Oh, smart
and
girl.
I'll go with my husband because he's the one that's suffering the most. We're both 52.
Yep.
And he suffers with I had it all written. Okay, he's had arthritis since he was a child.
Yeah.
He's got irritable bowel syndrome. He's got ED. He suffers with headaches quite often and incontinence.
Oh, yeah.
And then, of course, I have an incontinence issue as well and a very low libido. I think I'm pretty much through my menopause.
Yeah.
It's just about over. But it's been like that for a long time, probably the last 10 years, I would say.
And
so
did
we've
that
been
happen?
on Dr. Wallach.
Did that happen?
Sorry, go ahead.
Did the lack of sex drive happen after you gave birth?
No, actually. I think it started as I started menopause.
Oh, okay. All right. Very good.
Yeah.
Okay.
And, yes. Sorry, go ahead.
So, all right, keep going. Anything else?
I don't think so. You know, like, I'm about 20 pounds overweight, which I'm working on right now to get rid of. And I tried the ASAP, but I had no luck with it.
Yeah.
So now I'm exercising and everything. And my husband's weight is fine, but also but his job, he sits in a machine for 12 hours a day, and he's in camp. So I do what I can to make his meals really healthful, but you know, he's got these issues and they're not going away. So, like I said, I'd like to place a longevity order, and I want to make sure we get what we need to make it work.
How much does your husband weigh?
He's about 190 pounds, 6 feet.
And how about you?
I'm about 100, and I'm going to say about 160 pounds, and I'm 5'5".
Okay. Very good. And are you experiencing hot flushes or mood swings since being in menopause, or not so much?
Not so much. I get the odd, I'm not sure if it's a hot flash anymore, but, you know, once in a while I get, or if it's my wood stove.
Yeah.
That way.
Yeah,
but,
I get it. Yeah.
I don't get mood swings or anything like that kind of stuff. Although with my skin, for the first time, I've just experienced a bit of psoriasis between my fingers and a bit on my face, which I'd never had before.
That's interesting. All right, I'm going to dial this in for you when we come back, Colleen. Fair Colleen from Canada. Who would have known it? An Irish lass in Canada. Stick with me, folks. I'm Dr. Peter Glidden. This is Fire Your MD Now. We'll be back. Mission impossible? Man, I don't think so. As a matter of fact, I know it ain't so. It's mission easy. Healing is easy, ladies and gentlemen. Surgery is complicated. Healing is easy. Your MD has convinced you that healing is a complicated, sophisticated process that can only take place in a multi-million-dollar high-tech sterile facility. It's nonsense. Your body knows how to fix itself. Your body wants to fix itself. Your body has a built-in God-given ability to fix itself. Your body needs raw materials, period. Surgery is complicated. Healing is easy. Let's dial it in for the fair Colleen in Canada. All right, Colleen, are you still with me?
I am.
Good girl. All right, now, is your husband in pain with the arthritis or not so much?
Oh, yeah, he's in pain. His knees swell up. Yeah.
Ouch. All right. All right, so here's what he needs for 90 days. All right?
Okay.
2 healthy bone and joint packs. 2 healthy bone and joint packs. 2 bottles of plant-derived minerals. 2 bottles of plant-derived minerals.
Okay.
4 bottles
and that's per month?
Yeah, this is per month. 4 bottles of Ultimate Selenium.
Okay.
And 1 bottle of glucogel at the 240 count. 1 bottle of glucogel at the 240 count.
Okay.
In a perfect world, that's what he needs every month. Now, if that's outside of the budget, give him one healthy bone and joint pack and all the rest. Okay?
Okay. Okay.
Plus, he, you, me, the man in the moon, everybody must stop eating the 10 bad foods. Period.
Okay.
And you're familiar with that list?
Well, I am kind of sort of. I've been trying to get onto your email, but I can't get any. It won't pick me up. I'm not having any luck on your newsletter.
So who brought you into longevity?
Well, I listened to Joyce Riley, and just listening to Dr. Wallach and all these wonderful things. So I just, we've been on it for 2 years on and off as finances allow, and just listening to you guys. Of course, GCN Network.
Yeah. Okay. So when we go off air, after I'm done, talk to the producer of the show. He'll dial you up, and he can talk to you off air. Give him your email address, and I will email you the 10 bad food list as soon as the show's over today. Okay.
Wonderful. Thank you.
All right. Great. Now for you, it's a relatively easy thing. The recommendation would be one anti-aging healthy start pack. One anti-aging healthy start pack, 4 bottles of Ultimate Selenium, 4 bottles of Ultimate Selenium, and you're really going to hate this. You're really going to hate this, Colleen. And I'm only doing this because you're Irish. Because me mum was a McCann, don't you know? I'm Irish through and through. 4 boxes, 3, 2, or 1, whatever the budget will allow, of Triple Treat chocolate a month.
Triple
treat
chocolate. Okay.
Longevity makes a number of different products for chocolate. One is called Triple Truffle. You don't want that one. You want Triple Treat chocolate.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, or 4 boxes a month, whatever's in the budget. Now that would be the add-on. The big thing for you is the anti-aging healthy start pack and the selenium. Plus, eliminate the 10 bad foods.
Okay.
All right.
Alrighty.
Now, and you want to now for your husband, part of the healthy bone and joint pack is a cream, a topical cream called CM cream, like Charlie Michael, CM cream.
We've tried that, and it doesn't work for him.
It did not. No. Well, the CM cream
did not
will work once his body is mineralized.
Okay.
So
there's two of them, isn't there?
No, there's just one. Yeah, there's another thing, but the CM cream is best. And I'm telling you, it's going to work after he's been mineralized, and you want to apply it liberally. You want to apply it so that after it's, within 10 minutes of applying it, there should be a noticeable sensation of icy heat to the part of the body that it was applied to. If he does not feel a sensation of icy heat, he didn't put enough on.
Oh, okay.
And, depending on how big he is and how big the joint is and how long he's had it and the amount of inflammation, you might need to put a significant amount of the stuff on it. But it's going to be part of the Healthy Bone and Joint Pack. So apply it liberally, and once he's cleaned up his diet and his body is more nutrified, the CM cream will start to work better and more effectively. But I just don't think you're using enough of it. You got to really go for it with that. All right?
Okay, because I almost feel like he's got fibromyalgia because he aches constantly.
Well, if he does, the selenium will take care of that. And that's why we give the selenium. Selenium, fibromyalgia was eliminated in the animal kingdom 30 years ago. And when fibromyalgia happens in sheep, it's called white muscle disease. And the veterinarian comes out to the farm, and the poor little sheep is in so much pain it can't even stand up. The farmer gives it an injection of selenium, or the vet gives it an injection of selenium, and within 30 minutes the sheep is up and running around like nothing happened. So if it's fibromyalgia, it's a selenium deficiency, and the inflammation, which is causing the pain, is being caused by consistent consumption of all the wrong food, right? Consistent consumption of all the wrong food.
Yeah.
So cleaning up the diet for him and for you is of maximum importance. And once he's eliminated the 10 bad foods and you've eliminated the 10 bad foods and you've taken these nutritional supplements every day, in the first month you should lose about, 5 to 10 pounds. And then if you want to continue to accelerate weight loss, starting in month number 2, just do the same thing. Eliminate the 10 bad foods, continue taking the supplements, but don't eat more than 1,200 calories a day.
Okay.
And you have to count calories for the first couple of weeks in order for your brain to understand what 1,200 calories looks like, right? It's true. The only thing that makes people gain weight is we eat too many calories. That's it. And the only thing that makes us eat too many calories is our body is starving for nutrients. And so your body forces you to eat. So you're going to be nutritionally satisfied now. So once you're nutritionally satisfied, it's 1,000 times easier to eat 1,200 calories a day or less, and then you'll lose weight. But you need to know what 1,200 calories looks like, right?
Yeah. Well, it all started with menopause. I didn't have much of a weight problem until I hit, 38, 40, and then it slowly just started to creep on. But I think we've done a good job other than the flour. I'm working on the gluten-free. That's the biggest challenge right now.
Well, you don't work on that, Colleen. You just do it. Now, come on, you can do it. There's no working on it. Just do it. Just stop eating wheat, barley, rye, and oats. Get gluten. I had gluten-free pancakes yesterday. Delicious. I had gluten-free cinnamon toast this morning. Delicious. We had gluten-free pudding last night for dessert. Delicious. Come on, it's easy to do.
Well, I'm planning a good cookbook.
All right, well, good. Well, there is a good cookbook. Do you have one, or are you looking for one?
No, I'm looking. I just went to Amazon, and I wasn't too impressed.
All right, go to Y Team Tools, the letter Y.
Y Team, okay.
Tools, yteamtools.com, and get the gluten-free cookbook that's on that website.
Oh, awesome. Okay.
And there you go. The only thing that they can't make with gluten-free flour is soda bread. It's the only thing.
Oh.
If anybody out there in the listening audience has a recipe for Irish soda bread that's gluten-free, I need to know it. So call us up. Colleen, Faith, and Begora, keep up the good work, and call me back in a couple of weeks with a report. Stick on the line. My producer will get your email address. Stick around, Colleen. I appreciate you. From Canada to Maryland, Jean's on the line with back pain. Hey, Jean, thanks for calling. You are live.
Thank you for taking my call, Dr. Glidden. I really appreciate it. I have two questions for you. The second one's real fast, but this one may take a few moments. I called you about 3 months ago. I had been on Dr. Wallach's protocol for arthritis for about, 16 months or more at the time, and you told me I was still having, problems with pain, but I had started having problems like when I was 30, and I'm now 74. So you told me to keep on keeping on. I explained to you that I had a hip replacement, and that the doctor at the time had left a drill bit in there, a broken drill bit, and I think when they were trying to get it out, they made my back worse. Anyway, the doctor left the state, and I hadn't had anybody look at it, and after I had talked to you about a month later, I started having real bad pain again in that area, that when I get up in the morning, at times it kind of throws me over so that I can't stand up straight because of the pain. So I decided that I would, since it had been quite a few years since I'd seen anybody, I would go see a doctor and have him take an x-ray to see if the hip was okay.
Good idea.
And so I did, and they said that the cup was fine, and the hip was fine, and it wasn't causing the problems. But I'll read you what he said in this report. He said, "We have a limited view of the lumbosacral spine. She has significant arthritic changes with subchondral cyst in the SI joint area. She has collapsed disc 4, 5, and 5-1 with marginal osteophytes on the lower lumbosacral spine. At And then he went on to talk a little bit about what I'd done in the past. She states she has never really had much pain relief from her hip replacement, which was done in 2005. She had a lumbar discectomy at 4, 5, and 5, 1 in 1993. I assured her that her hips look fine. There is no evidence that this is causing her pain. I think this is all related to her SI joint and lumbosacral degenerative disc disease, facet arthropathy, and spinal stenosis. And, of course, he recommended me, to go see a spine surgeon or get a shot or anything, but I didn't do that. And my daughter looked subchondral cysts up on the internet, and she saw something on there that said that sometimes when they're there, it's actually your body trying to repair itself.
Yeah, that's exactly correct. Your daughter's very smart. Very interesting. Now, what about the drill bit that they left in? Was that taken out, or is that still in there?
No, it's still in there. I think when I went through the operation, they must have been holding on to my lower leg, trying to get it out. Yeah. And it was terribly bruised down there. You could see where the fingerprints were in it. And I had never had an anesthesiologist tell me that I was groaning in pain under the, on the operating table.
Ouch.
So I think, he was trying to tell me something. But anyway, according to this doctor, he said the drill bit isn't doing any harm. So he's saying my pain is coming from these subchondral cysts that are causing pain to go all the way down to my ankle at times.
All right, very interesting. Now, all right, so fascinating story, Gene. You stick with me. I'm going to dial this in for you when we come back. It's a hard break. Please stay with me. And thank you so much for the call. Ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Peter Glidden, we're back after these words. Where does the time go? I think there's a room somewhere at the end of the universe where all of the time can be found. We're talking to Gene from Maryland about a very interesting case. Gene, are you still with me?
Yes,
Okay,
and I am on Dr. Wallach's bone and joint pack. I've been on it for about 20 months now.
And how much do you weigh?
I weigh about 170 now. I've lost over 25 pounds since I went on the nutrients.
Okay, and how many of the bone and joint packs are you taking a month?
I was taking 2.
Okay,
actually, this last month I kind of went on the pig pack up because that's what I started with. I thought maybe that would do better.
Has anything improved, Gene, in your life?
Yeah, so lots of things have improved. I was really in bad shape when I first started on it, but it's the bones that have given me, so much trouble.
Yeah, and they're hanging fire, right? This is hanging fire. So, all right.
Right.
And have you seen a chiropractor?
I had done so many things before I started on this. I'd had physical therapy. I'd been on a big DX machine. I had gone to chiropractors. But none of that gave me the relief that Dr. Wallach's products have given me.
Yeah.
I could just get this horrible pain right in the center of my back to stop. It would help me to walk better.
All right, I get it. Now, I understand. I'm with you 100%. Now, all things being equal, right?
Yes.
When you apply correctly, which you've done, medical nutrition, and it only takes you so far, and then you hit a wall,
right?
And, you're doing all the right stuff, but you hit a wall, then the first thing to consider, especially with a musculoskeletal issue, is that there's something mechanical going on that's impeding the resolution of the problem. So I would gainsay that right now, with completely mineralized and nutrified body for a couple of years, you would have a very different experience of body work or chiropractic work than you did 2 years ago when you were first starting out and, you were a wreck and nothing was helping, and then you found Wallach stuff and then it started. I'm going to bet you 25 cents that there's something mechanically wrong with the architecture of your lower back that needs to be adjusted.
So you don't think the subchondral cyst, that's what he said was doing it?
Well, he's an MD.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, no, I don't think that it's a subchondral.
It wasn't an MD, it was an orthopedic doctor, but... Yeah.
Okay, so, they have to... So here's how they think, right? You're an honest person. Well, yeah, you're an honest person, and you're showing up in their office, and you're in pain, and they can see that it's not in your head, it's in your body, and so they have to try to figure out what it is. So they do a diagnostic array, and then the only thing that they can see that's possibly wrong is the subchondral cyst.
Right.
But there are lots of people who have subchondral cysts who are not in pain.
Ah.
So, they have to, he's just guessing that, I don't know what it is, you got to say something, there's a subchondral cyst, so that's probably what's doing it, boys, I don't know, that's my best guess.
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of
it.
Yeah, see, that's the thought process, right? So maybe it is, maybe it's not, I don't know, but look, Gene, you can never unsurgery something, right?
That's true, and I don't want any more of those.
Yeah, that's right. So, so what I would do if I were you, I would call around and look to see if you can find an osteopathic doctor, a DO, who's over 60 years of age, who practices physical medicine. Because osteopathic manipulation of the body, old-fashioned, old-time osteopathic manipulation, I believe would be superior to chiropractic manipulation for this particular condition. But the trick is finding an osteopathic doctor who still does physical medicine, because most osteopathic doctors, they're like little MDs. They just do the same stuff MDs do.
Yeah, actually my MD is an osteopathic, but she doesn't do that anymore.
Well, call her and ask her if she has any colleagues who do osteopathic physical manipulation.
Good idea.
And I would go, I'm going to bet you, Gene, 25 cents that there's something anatomically out of whack here that needs to be put back into place with manual physical medicine.
Right.
All right.
I have one other question I really need to ask you, because I really need an answer to this. It's
all right, well, I've got 24 seconds. Go.
I have terrible flatulence, and I'm a lady, it's very embarrassing.
Okay, so the first thing to consider, the first thing to consider with that is to dilute the Beyond Tangy Tangerine with twice as much water and take at least 60 minutes to drink it down. See if that fixes the problem. Call me back, Gene. I look forward to talking to you. Keep up the good work, and let me know what happens.